Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
I didn't understand you.
Tell us why you think you deserve parole.
Hey, if you're going to give it to me, give it to me. If not, I could go back. I'm not here to debate with y'all or nothing. If you're going to grant me parole, grant it to me. If you're not going to grant it to me, I got 5 months to go. As simple as that.
Well, Mr. Edwards, you make it very difficult to even consider you for parole.
I'm just being straight up. If you're going to grant it to me, grant it to me. If not, I'll go back and I'll finish my time.
Okay. Well, why did you not want to cooperate with the parole officer?
I'm cooperating. I got caught with a gun. I'm guilty of that. Okay. I'm serving my time for that. I never said I didn't have it. I never said I didn't do it. If you're going to grant me parole, grant me parole. The reason I carry the gun, you want to know? Because I've been shot up 4 times. The reason I carry it is for my protection.
Yo. Hey, man, check it, man. It's your boy, man. Hey, man. Listen, man. ECO in the building, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews, man. Kenneth Edwards, man. I ran across this and it was just something that said, man, speak on it. Kenneth Edwards it shows him a Connecticut guy here who went before the parole board and basically, he's pretty much saying, hey, whatever I did, I did. And he's evidently done a lot of time on this sentence of what he was sentenced. And he said he got 5 months. So he knew in 5 months, I'm getting out regardless. If you're going to give me this parole, give it to me. But if you ain't, then just send me back to my cell, and a lot of people that look like us are going through all these things while we're, of course, we're out here free. But I just wanted to, because my partner, Money Moses, is going through it. And I got a guy on here, OG PIRU, who done been through it or know a little bit about it, man. What's going on? Good morning, OG.
Good morning, brother. That's another sign of, dominant control about the system. And here's a man, he has a crime for driving under the influence of alcohol and possession of a gun and got a 6-year sentence and has 5 months to go. And this parole board at 5 months is trying to break him down and castrate him, that they're doing him a favor. And the brother like, man, look, I got 5 months to go. I know I did what I did. And the woman asked him, would you go back in the community? Are you a threat to the community? Like, man, I'm not a threat to nobody. I'm 67 years old. But they never bring up the point that probably each one of them is alcoholics, so they put a precedent on. And this is so minor. This man, 6 years for a gun charge at 67 years old. It would never happen to a white man. And we have such a unbalance of this incarceration. A matter of fact, on the 20th, I'll be in Memphis, Tennessee, on mass incarcerations on juvenile life in Memphis, Tennessee. They're sending kids 15, 16 years old to prison for capital murder, a mandatory 51 years. You got some brothers in there. One of the Bo Pete, he's in there. Bit was in there at 17. He's 46 now. And he hasn't even been to board,
Wow.
So we have a plethora of Black children being subject in the South. And in California, they're given 250 years to life. How do you do that? So if we don't stand up I'm not saying that we're in the right direction as Black people killing each other, but it should be a difference in the amount of time that they give, because it's not, these kids aren't sane. When you showed me this clip, it brought to mind about this boy, John Hinckley. Mm-hmm. John Hinckley shot President Reagan in 1981, right?
Right.
And wounded this boy Brady and made the Brady bill and killed another individual, right? Shooting. So, and they found because of his white presence, He didn't get the death penalty. He didn't get life in prison. They found him not guilty by reason of insanity and took him to an institution, and he lived lavishly for 35 years. He was paroled in 2016. Now he has a podcast like you got.
Wow. Wow. And you know, like I said, when I seen it, just kind of it threw me off, because I was like, dang, you know, we waiting on Money Moses to return. He been gone now for like 8-9 months, and you know, he got a 2-year sentence, and it's like, okay, he could walk that whole thing down if he really wanted to, instead of coming out here dealing with you know, the jurisdictions that they put. But I know a lot of times when you go down there, you want to come home, but at the end of the day, it's like, is it better, do you think, OG, for him to stay in and just like this guy say, you know, let me just go knock this 5 months out and I ain't got to deal with it? Or is it better to come home?
But it depends on what you're willing to do. Well, you know, when America holds a carrot in front of your face and you always trying to bite at it, and anything that you do is, man, having them folks up in your business every day, I just rather do my time. Just do the time and get. But then when they put so much time, like these boys got 51 years to life, and they go to board every 3 years, and they asking them for all these changes.
Wow.
They make all of these. You have to go through these steps in these programs. In California, if you're a gang member, you have to go through declassification, and you have to give everything that you've done and make amends for. And when you get out, one of my buddies, he just got out doing 36 years. He got nothing to look forward to. They had to bring him up north. His family is gone. He don't know nothing, but they won't bring him back to the neighborhood. They have him up in Northern California, where it's better for him, but he has to reassociate himself after 36 years. And you get $200 for 36 years?
Wow. I talked to a guy the other day, just recently, excuse me, that he seen me in the jewelry store, and he was like, man, Boss Talk, man, I watched this, man. I just come home. We watched this in prison. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. And I was like, dang, man. I said, I didn't even know. He like, we don't supposed to be, but we got ways. We watching this in prison. Boss Talk, they on that Boss Talk in prison. So when I thought about that, I seen this. I said, man, let me speak on this killing thing, because what would you say to some of those guys that may be having to go through for this same thing that Killer just went through? If they have 3 years, like you just said, every 3 years, and they really don't have they may or may not ever get out. Or if you got short timers and you got 5 months like Killer here, and you're about to get out, what would you say to them to give them some type of, just some type of inspiration having to go through that?
I say right now we got a coalition going on. I say I'm part of it. I ain't going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
But we got Bo Peep in Memphis, Tennessee. Ali's in the feds. I'm talking to like 20 different guys from North Carolina, South Carolina, even in Texas, that's doing life, that's trying to change them. It takes them from inside. If they just stop, if they can shut the prisons down, all they got to do is not do anything and stand on their merits. If you go for this, they say if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And it takes our Black community, the amazing things about the YSL trial, right, that I seen in the YSL trial. The two brothers that got found not guilty through that whole trial, and like I said, Young Thug had stuck it out, he probably would have got. But I believe, do you know that trial consisted of 8 Blacks? And 6 of them were younger Blacks that saw through all of this. So I think it's important right now in this dispensation that as many Blacks get on the jury to look for Blacks, because, man, they'll give you a life sentence and give a white boy temporary insanity, and he go to the insane asylum and get out in 18 months. So we have to change the trajectory. That's just like no snitching. I ain't going no snitching. All of y'all is snitches. I think that it's every Black's duty to get on the jury and find every Black not guilty and every white guilty. That's my stand.
Wow, man, come on, OG. You can't do that.
Getting the death penalty for drunk driving.
Oh, OG, let me ask you this. What type of shout out you gonna give Money Moses? You know, he about to come home, man.
Man, the shout out for Money Moses doing that hard time on that chain gang in Texas and for a traffic ticket. I'm mad at Texas for doing that to my boy because he got so much potential. And free Money Moses right now.
Free Money Moses is the chant, man. He'll be here. We gonna set up me and you. Hopefully, I'm hoping he'll be home for February. Maybe we can bring him out there to West Coast and celebrate his release. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Money Moses, man. He introduced me to stack pants. I didn't know nothing about the stacks.
I remember that.
And he come up. I'm like, where do you get those at? He like, man, these is stacks. I'm from California. Didn't know nothing about it. He got me on the trend. Got Negroes jealous. I said, man, where you get that, boy? Shit, man. We need Money Moses. Money Moses is a fashion statement.
Thank you so much, OG, man. Hey, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. But I want you to get in the comments. Let me know, do you agree with OG that these guys need to stand firm and stand down in what they believe in, far as, you know, when they own these units and not, you know, cause themselves no extra harm? And also, do you agree with OG about basically, you know, blacks getting on the juries and convicting white guys? I can't say necessarily I agree with that because I need fairness, but I know OG is on a whole nother wave, man. Listen, man.
Just us.
Check it, man. Check it, man.
Y'all to come down to Memphis, Tennessee, January the 20th. Myself, Melvin Farmer, Freeway Rick, Chairman Fred Hampton, Sean Stevens, Queen Amina, Barbara Gaskin. We'll all be rallying the Capitol building in Memphis, Tennessee about juvenile life and the discrepancy in time given young blacks and they stay in prison. We need all the support that we can get.
Man, thank you guys, man. Make sure you guys do what OG said, man. OG PIRU, man, it's 2025. This is our first initial drop. We dropping it the right way to give our brothers that's locked up some type of inspiration and to see, man. You know, it's people out here that we care about them, man. Keep on pushing, man, behind them walls. Free them all, man. Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk review.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.